GenC podcast. Hi, good morning guys, I'm Yaaseen Barnes and this is the GenC podcast with me, Yaaseen Barnes. Like I said, I'm Yaaseen Barnes and this is the GenC podcast. I'm saying my name all the time because you must remember that I'm Yaaseen Barnes. This is a good friend of mine, Razir. This is my other good friend, JP, short for Yo. The J in this Yo, anyway guys, that's our podcast, GenC.
Welcome everyone. For the audio listeners, Rizan doesn't know what to do.
The dark Muslim has to stand to speak.
Oh, is that what you go by? The dark Muslim?
Please.
I've never thought that meant like the dark Muslim sounds like a, like the Dark Knight is Batman, or you're like the Muslim Batman in the group.
So in my friend group, most of the time I'm the darkest shade. Like I'm the most coffee-esque person.
Yeah, they realize.
And then also I'm Muslim.
Just
so the diversity, they got a 2-for-1. So
she's like a driver everywhere, unlockable character everywhere. You just
off the rails. You didn't. I'm Rizan Rose,
but I'm JP Jackson.
Hopefully you know us. In the middle we have the Buddha in training.
There's a time in your life when you guys will realize that you also must be a puta. You must be an auntie or you be a puta. But you will become those two. Don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it. If the lighties are making a noise in the road, scald them out. Don't act like, oh no, I'm cool. I'm the cool uncle. Now you know, because there's a time where you go, I'm the cool uncle. Now you want to play with him in the street. But you have debit orders. You can't play in the road if you have debit orders, guys. Respect yourself.
It's not made for you.
It's not.
I felt that in my chromosome.
Now you wearing what's it? Smart shoes, long shoes, but you're not playing in the road with the light is calm down. To the John Drakes. You're still playing it off by Markham's, but you want to now play in the road. Leave the children
alone.
Attack the whole demographic.
They must know.
We're trying to build a credit score, uncle.
We were all that child where like, yeah, you're playing in the road, but your shoe is doing this underneath. Why is my soul underneath the guys, calm down. Stick to the Chandrix and the rivers that you used to, TLC.
It's quite surprising that some of the audience won't even know that reference.
Because I'm old. You know the worst thing? I'm like not that much older, but I also am older. I also spend a lot of time on the internet, so I feel like that keeps me young. As I say that, I really go, I'm 2 years from Sasa. Collecting that.
So Yaaseen, for the limited people that do not know you, just give a backstory, an introduction as you will.
Actually, no. Give us your villain origin story, please.
Oh yes, please. The villain origin.
To the listeners out there.
What went wrong?
To the listeners out there, you touch me. That's the first thing I want to say.
Evidence.
I'm so sorry.
I hope you guys saw that.
Me too.
He doesn't even have abdas. This man touched me without abdas. Now I must go ghuzl. Don't laugh like you know what's ghuzl. Calm down. Abdas.
I've explained that a few times.
I'm joking. Let's tell you my villain story. Yo, where do we start? So I'm a comedian and I tell one-liners. Like I tell short jokes. Right, so at school, I was always the brother that used to tell boring jokes. It's just what happened in my head. I can't place why or how. Then my jokes were so bad. Other people would call other jokes Yaaseen's. Like they would hear a bad joke and then they would go, "That's a Yaaseen."
Excellent.
There were teachers that didn't even know who I was. It was like, "Oh, that's a Yaaseen." You wanted to go at villains, my guy. I was in the mix, guy. It was wild to go. Oh, that's a Yaaseen. They are naming bad things after you.
That is actually a villain story. Now is you proving them wrong in your face.
Now I pay bills with Yaaseen, guys. Rent is paid with Yaaseen's. I'll tell you now, Yaaseen's. Anyway, and then basically I figured out, I found Twitter. And I learned to tell a joke in 140 characters before you used said to 80 motherfuckers over here. Also, guys, I'm gonna swear. And I'm not swearing as swear words, I'm swearing as adjectives.
Okay. Tamaaf, mommy in advance.
Tamaaf.
Yes.
Because you know something can be liquor, but something can also be kak liquor.
Indeed.
And there's a big difference between the two.
Correct.
For fuck's sakes. So also it's fine, guys. It's just swear words, man. We mustn't. Oh, the A can kill you. Now you're worried about words. Fuck this also. Anyway, so then I found Twitter. I learned to tell jokes in like small spaces, and that like in my first 2 years of Twitter picked up like mad. This is also like 12 years ago. That's how long I'm on Twitter. Damn. It's the end of the month. I'm correcting the Sasa. Anyway, and then after a few years on Twitter, like a few people were like, "Yo, would you like, do you do comedy or you comedian?" I was like, "No, that's not my thing." And then Gino Fernandez, one of the actual comedians, was like, "Yo, come try this on stage."
And then were you hooked, as they say?
I did the first one. Hooked is an understatement.
Okay.
Like I understand drug addicts. Like you get the one and you're just like, "Yo, I'm the chick." This feeling, I'm the chick. Like you have full control over a room. If I say like elephant, everybody in the room sees an elephant because I control that.
That's so quiet.
The amount of control it gave me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" What the things I thought, the things I felt bad for thinking, and the way I thought, like the way my mind thinks, I was like, it's different to others, and I never understood why until I got on stage and I go, "Oh shit!" The rest of the world can see how I see things from my perspective. So comedy is a lot like teaching. You take information.
Sorry?
You take information that you repurpose it in your head. You stand in front of people and you tell them, "This is how I understand things." That's what comedy is. That's what teaching is. That's how you teach people.
Yeah.
So when I understood that thing, I go, "Yo, the way I see the world, I can teach people on how they see it." So now I do shows. I did a show in Clarence. I was the first Muslim people these people ever met. Like the only, it's the wildest thing because we live in Cape Town. We go, "Oh, there's Muslims everywhere." Everybody says salam. Everybody says kasam. Everybody says, that's everybody's culture. But you go, I've met people when they got me off the stage, they're like, "Now, where's your salata?" Then I go, "Yo, not all of us are that." And they ask
Not
me,
solid.
"Who's Salih?" Huh? Oh no. Then for the one, they asked me a question like, "Do you know ISIS?" No, but this is the thing. All of us are in shock, but at the same time, I go, these people don't know. They genuinely think every Muslim must be
On the same WhatsApp group.
in a cave, not even in a WhatsApp group. And then I go, "Yo, my job is now also to go teach and go show people that while we are Muslims are people, but also I'm a person and you can't judge me as you judge the whole group." So that's like,
But how do you then?
Anyway.
Sorry, I wanted to get this a bit later, but I just came. How do you then tell the story? Because like you're saying, you explaining from your perspective, and I talking to people that don't even know that you live this life. So how do you like translate the story to make it relatable to that person?
You must also just speak. You must speak your words. This is why, like I say, I swear, but I don't swear with bad intent. My words are not malicious. This is just how I speak. And when you speak to people on a normal terms, they go, "Oh, you're not to whom it may concern." You're there with like, "Oh, I'm actually going to speak to you as a person." Because we all know those people. I see you as Brasa here, but I see you in a corporate setting, and then you go, "Oh, we sit like this."
Kind regards.
Warmest regards. It's hot, man, already. It's summer.
So wait, I definitely do that ironically though. Do you also do that? You refer to
100%.
people as a tool?
Yeah. The normies. So that thing of like, I don't, like we must I go, if language is a form of communication, right? Then if you understood me, then what I said doesn't matter how I said it, you understood me. So whether how I use my words or what I'm saying, if you got the message, then communication has done its part. The language works. So when we speak to people, we must just voice them. Voice, like say, even if they, people are smart enough to figure out what the word means. If you say, don't voice me, don't dialogue, you go, "Okay. It means we're not going to fuck around today."
Do people ask you like, because obviously you're a colored person and kind of people like to like, "Oh, I know a Brian." That's right. Do people ask you to like MC their wedding and stuff like that?
The things I've MC'd also. I'll tell you now, guys, comedians don't earn a lot of money. The things I've done, I felt dirty afterwards. go, not in a bad way. Okay? It was like an opening of a shop. Now I'm just there reading specials out. And you go, yo, it's the job, it's the work. You're putting out the thing. MC weddings also, I've done weddings, and then afterwards I go, I'm not a wedding MC. I speak for a living, but I'm not a wedding MC. And it's not my thing. Like, again, you figure out, like, you guys are a team here. The people that's watching this and the people that's listening, the two voices you hear are the least qualified, the least talented people in the room. They speak a lot, but the two behind the equipment, they are the real leaders over here. You guys need to know that. But a real team, like we saw in Avengers, like we saw with everything else, everybody knows their part and they know their place. Inshallah. So, inshallah. Inshallah, that sounded like I know I bring nothing to the table. So for me, I go like, I know my skill set, and my skill set is not emceeing a wedding. It's not like family function stuff. I can do corporate emceeing. I can do stand-up. I can hype. That's my other thing. I like being a hype man. So that's my things. But I go, you also only learn it once you do it. And once you realize you've done it a few times ago, this is not my thing.
But it's like, you know, when you study accounting, then you must do everyone's taxes. You're like, no, I know this, but you can do it, you know.
Accounting 111. And now you're like, I'm busy with sauce for my auntie. That's why I feel sorry for the doctors. Can you imagine if you're like a doctor in a colored family? Oh, now every family function. Look here, I got a rash. Just come see here. What is this here?
No lie.
Oh, sorry.
100% facts.
No lie.
What physio?
My wife's a doctor. And she married into a colored family.
Yay! Did your wife fix your finger?
No.
She's not a good doctor. That's what she's trying to say. Jokes, guys, jokes.
The disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
The views expressed on the podcast
is only my view.
We love you, Kelly.
Unless Kelly is paying for my discovery. If not Kelly, I will see you. I choose violence every day.
I love it.
Also, we must get real. Doctors are just vets for one animal. That's essentially what they are. Show me where I'm wrong. Show me on the diagram of one animal that you think you know.
We love you, baby.
Finished. We don't have to make a podcast anymore. That is enough content for lifetime. What the heck?
Where's the line? Where's the line? I choose violence. I told you guys. I only came for violence, guys, and show me where I'm wrong on the diagram of all the animals.
Is that a you and I?
I'm not okay with that.
Okay, Eminem, calm down.
Okay, so that is actually quite that you say that okay, you're not a MC comedian like
a wedding MC.
A wedding MC, sorry. So what is the opportunities for people in comedy, comedians? I'm making it broad. Like what sort of opportunities are there for people that want to get into comedy?
So comedy has been so dope. Firstly, comedy has no qualifications. Like I have a matric, I have a certificate here and there of good that I did along the way to get here.
Microsoft Word.
PowerPoint.
I have a diamond grading certificate, which don't understand. One summer I did an internship. They were like, yo, here's a thing. And then I did a graphic design course. I did you know what you say? I did do a word thing also. I know.
No, you must.
I did the Office Expo. Don't worry, guys. I'm still lying on my CV that I can't do it. Like most of us. No one is a lie. But that's the thing. On the basis of qualifications, I only have a matric. Yeah. And then just because of jokes. So guys, if you know people that can speak and that's funny, send them. They must come do comedy with me. I've written scripts for movies and for shows, right? I've written jingles for radio ads. I've done voiceover work for ads. I've done jingles on Radio 786 already. I've done acting roles. I've done directing roles. I've done what else is there? You name it. Also the thing of, imagine people just offered you things. They were like, yo, come try this thing. You're going to take it. You're going to go, yeah, I want to try. Yeah. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can't. I go, I'm still figuring out comedy. I'm going to figure out the rest of the world also. So comedy's been really good. It's given me wild opportunities. I've done stupid things.
Yeah.
There's stuff that make no sense. I have awards for stuff that I go, this is wild that my name is even on something that is a thing and that's seen by people. But guys, comedy, you only need a matric. Actually, you don't even need a matric. You just need to be able to speak and be funny, and then you'll get the whole world can come for you.
And that's interesting because, I mean, as a colored person,
No, it's
like in each with go get a real job, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But here you are, living proof that there's opportunities out there. Like you've actually mentioned, like valid.
proper. And also the other thing I go is, we come from a people that make guy. Like from the streets will teach you to make guy. If you regarded as like a proper colored or a sturvy colored, making guy is in the genes. It's everything that we do. It's like Levi's and Peppi's. It's in the genes. We're there to make guy. So like I go, you guys have a podcast because we make guy as a people. They roast you. Your aunties will roast you from the get-go. You know the thing of they'll find one thing that's distinguishable and then you become that.
Yeah.
You wear specs. Cake for Harry Potter. You know when they hit you with a cake for? Cake for will hit you in the field. I was an awkward lighting. That's how I grew. My body parts grew up in like different speeds to the rest of my body. Like you guys didn't have puberty comes at you at different speeds, guys. My feet grew. I was like 13.
So were you buffering?
I was probably like
you were still unlocking characters in your body.
It was weird, guys. My arms were long. I would look like a orangutan for like a whole year. It was horrible.
Oorang.
But your mommy would be like, you grow into it, man.
But at that point, you don't believe anything your mother tells you. 13 is a horrible age. I was 13, I was wearing like a size 10. Like I had big feet. 10 aunties are just like, cake for Boto the clown. Then you go,
Do you know what mine was?
You also can't say anything.
Mine was Timothy Treadle. They used to call me Timothy Treadle. And I'm like, bro, who's Timothy Treadle? And then I'm standing like you. That's why.
And you also go, when when they roast you and you see it in yourself and you go, I can't even reply.
Did you have that one like nickname that like they hit you with in primary school that just carried?
So, no.
Or did you give someone a nickname maybe?
No, so the thing is, I was a quiet lighty at school. So I never chatted because I used to know if you chat shit, you get banged.
Okay.
Like I was like, keep my mouth. Like just
chat shit, get banged.
So I was always just on the sideline, not giving much commentary, but I was there. My Barnes just became the nickname. Okay. So I was luckily with it. I have a surname that was like, it's clean, it's safe, everybody can say it. Okay. There was Barnacle, there was Barney, there's the also, what that said though, in primary school, I was at one point. Taxi doors.
Because you were still buffing.
Yeah. Mad magazine. When they, that Alfred Newman.
Yes.
They come for you. But also the same time you go, you're right. I can't fuck around with that. I'm going to take that beating. It's fine.
So when did the body catch up?
I think I was like 19, 20.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh shit, all the body parts are in the same place now. Let's become a person now. You watch Power Rangers, then the other body, when they all the different
customer thought of that. It's morphing.
Yeah.
Customer thought of that. Why did we all watch it religiously? But it was literally the same thing. They move the bad guy. The bad guy takes something and he becomes a moose, a bad guy.
And then they all come for the thing.
Literally the formula week in, week out.
But that was the same thing for Baywatch, Knight Rider. Every show that we had on TV was the same formula. Every week was the same thing. Because also as people, we go, that was the amount of entertainment we had. You can't question. Now you go, there's 17,000 channels besides the shows. And you go, because you can ask any of your brothers, you're watching this. They go, no, I'm watching this. And you don't know what the pools
they're watching.
Marlene
did us dirty when she came back from the dead.
That isn't even the worst thing. Stefano de Mero copied the whole memory onto a flash, like not even a flash, a floppy disk, guys, of 1.4 megabytes. What? Guys, imagine your whole memory is 1.4 megabytes.
That's why I said I only have 2 brain cells that's busy like
Just moving like that.
Mad sound.
Why are your brain cells knopping myself? What is happening?
What is happening? Yo, I'm done.
Okay, sorry.
So I like how you reference being a teacher and being a comedian together. So like, I always find comedians to be great storytellers, like take us on a journey. And then there's always like, as a comedian, you always like admire other people doing it in a certain way. So like what we would like to do is like, if you could build a comedian, right?
Oh yeah, like build your perfect character.
Who would you decide? And obviously you can also choose yourself. But like, if
I was just gonna say he's gonna be good looking.
So we're gonna give you categories,
and then you can like just like educate us.
Okay,
you think it's one of the great.
Okay.
So let me just start with the first one: storytelling. Who tells a great story?
Look, Chappelle is there. Chappelle can take you on a wild ride of a good story. Who else is there? You see, so here's the other thing. Names are horrible in my mind. So I'm seeing people, but I'm just like, yo, Jim Jeffries also has great storytelling abilities. There's Chris Rock also is there.
So just remember we're creating one.
Okay.
It's going to be like a half
Not
face.
multiple personalities.
You've never met a comedian.
Touché.
The amount of people in my head right now. Okay, so storytelling, we're gonna go
with Chappelle.
Chappelle on the
One-liners.
Yo, Milton Jones.
Who that?
It's okay, so there's and the other one is Bo Burnham actually.
I was gonna ask you about him.
Yeah, Bo Burnham is a gifted individual.
I was gonna ask you about him.
He's also someone who skipped the system. So there's a system where you go, you work the scene, right? You're doing 5 minutes. So what happens is when you're starting, you're trying to perfect the 5 minutes of material.
Okay.
That you can take around the world and around the country. You've got 5 minutes. It works everywhere. It's a tight 5. You don't mess around. If I say, yo, go on stage and you do 5 minutes, you do 4 minutes and 30 seconds, I go, that's perfect. Gave them what you want, you bust it out. You didn't like take it for too long. You didn't like let them die. You just did 5 minutes safe.
Take notes.
Right? so Bo Burnham, he again went the YouTube route.
Okay.
So he made his own content, he made his own following, and then he also was talented enough. We went to stage because there's one thing of doing something here digitally and then doing something live.
Yes.
It's a most different experience. So he managed to take it from the YouTube because he was an early content creator. So then he did it on YouTube and then he took it to stage and he was fire on stage. Then he also studied. The other thing is he also realized that he doesn't necessarily perform with other comedians.
Yeah.
His thing is his and his following is his. Because all of us, we build through each other and stuff like that. He knew what he wanted and that was his performance.
Sorry, do you know who Bo Burnham is?
Yes, I know, but I didn't know the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other thing is Milton Jones. He's a British. So the thing is that I like the British comedians and the British humor because they use language. They're very much about word usage. That's my thing. That's my gift. That's the thing I like. Bo Burnham again, he's got musical comedy, but he's also got one-liners. He's got some stories, but he's also ridiculous. Like he says things that's just, you go, why?
he challenges the status quo completely.
One of my favorite gags is he asks people, do you like impersonations? And they shout, yes. Then he goes, why? Then he goes, that was Plato. Then I go, oh, that's how you write a good damn joke. Anyway. So sometimes I'll see jokes and I go, sometimes I love the joke. Sometimes I like the mechanic of the joke.
Okay.
And I go, I like the way the person thought to get to that thing. And that sometimes for me is because you guys know as content creators also, sometimes you see what someone does in the trick. Once you understand the magic trick, you go, oh shit, that's the thing.
We recently had this discussion about this Nick. So like before I would listen to a podcast and just listen to the actual content. But now I'm more listening to the podcast as the host. Like what is the host doing?
Are they listening?
Are they listening?
Like
is it carrying on? And like we referenced like the Mr. Beast quote on a recent podcast where he said like each one of his team members focused on one thing. which meant that in a year, because usually it takes like 5 years to get to a certain point. But if each team member does one thing, by the end of 1 year, you already
bring it together.
You bring it together. You're almost like 20 years ahead. And that's how. And I think it just emphasized on that point of collaboration is what brings us forward, instead of you dominating and being the only one.
Like you are on the mic now, you're dominating them because you made us occupied. I was like, oh, now I must.
Okay, wait. Let's get back to it.
No, but it's right. Again, like I was saying, people know their place as a team. We can move forward. Now everybody wants to do everything and everybody's micromanaging and no one really learns the skill and perfects the skill. And that's the thing of getting your 5 minutes right.
Yeah.
So you go, when I get to the show, I don't I don't worry about the people there. I don't worry about the sound. I don't worry about the light. My job is to do my 5 minutes. So now when I do shows, I get a sound guy. I get a guy that does lights. I get someone that pushes the tickets. So when I get to stage, my job is to just tell jokes. Like you guys here, you guys are being present. You guys are listening. You guys are being like a team. You're also responding, which is a small thing, but it's a great thing. Like, no, because I watch a lot of interview stuff like, one of the best interviewers are Hot Ones.
Okay.
You guys come.
Yes.
As the people, we must go. Hot Ones is one of the best interviews we ever gonna see.
I don't know where he finds that information.
But not only does he find it, they probably do research and then also he remembers everything. Then he's present because when they speak, he goes, okay, you're going to say something. Here's how we're going to go to the next. Him and the other one is Nadwa.
Oh, I was thinking that.
Yo, it's beautiful to find someone go, what? Are you with the feds?
Speaking of not you,
so
goals.
So the two of them are like
goated.
Proper.
Goated. Okay, back to the building of a comedian. Crowd work.
Okay. I'll give it the last one.
A new favorite that I found is Andrew Schulz.
Okay.
Watch the
Yo, I watched it recently. That man has got. The other one is crowd work is Jimmy Carr. He's the other one who's crowd work. His clapbacks is always
money.
Fire. But Andrew Schulz, so the algorithms have been pushing him into our lives, I'll say. But also, like you guys, working with clips, putting it on the platforms, moving it everywhere. His team has been managing to do that really well. So again, his current action is always like for the last year now has been really good. Like it's from what I've seen. Yeah, I'm putting him down.
So the last building block we have here is impressions.
I actually had one more, but sure.
But
Cover it.
Oh no! First answer the impressions.
In his heyday, Jimmy Fallon. I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you seen Jimmy Fallon do impressions?
No.
I still see him do impressions, but yes.
His impression game is fire. But when he was doing stand-up, in that time. Then the other one is obviously Jamie Foxx. But Jamie Foxx, I would place as in the tops of greatest performers of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm so jealous of him. He can do everything. He's funny, can act, can sing, can rap. Even the impressions he's got on point, and he's just cool. Like I see him and I go, yo, like be my bra. But also, I can't be your bra because I'm not cool enough to be that bra of yours. Yo.
So much pressure.
Because the other thing is like comedy and cool doesn't go together, right? So you like cool brasa can't do comedy because that cool brasa haven't had enough.
Same.
I'm like explain.
Yeah. So you go like to understand comedy. So first thing in comedy, you the part of the joke. No matter what you're doing, when you stand on stage, you are the first joke.
Okay.
Cool brasa don't know these things.
Okay.
Cool brasa don't know to go, like they're gonna go, no, this, they're gonna bully. That's bullying. If you're picking on people, that's bullying. But you go as a comedian, you go, I know the bottom, I know the sadness. I can't call people out for this shit because I go, I'm the actual asshole here. So the thing of like, to be a comedian, you have to let go of all sense of ego. You have to just be like proper you and the people. Even you go, like no matter how rich you are as a comedian, like I'm talking about the big boys, not rich guys, please. Then the thing of you still have to be down with the people. Because now if I talk about, like Jamie Foxx has a thing in Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. He speaks about like, he was making jokes of, the problem I have with my Land Rover. Then I go, the people don't know what's a Land Rover. So those things where you go, I still need to like be with the people and understand so I can talk to people as he's cool brasa want to be away from the people. They want to show that they're
cool.
Yeah, they're cool. And by all means, the world needs cool people. If you feel like you're cool, unsubscribe right now. Jokes. You're not cool enough to unsubscribe. Calm down.
That pulls me into like Drake's music, man. like at the start. Because like Drake was so relatable when he came out and speaking about things that like enjoy, but now he's just talking about billions, which obviously
billions and bundas. That's the title album for the next Drake song. With that said though,
You heard it here first.
with that said though, then Drake went the route of going like God's plan, right? Then you go, yo, God's plan. All of us can listen and go, yo, it is God's plan. We have to, in the wise words of a colored poet, trust and believe.
Yeah.
That's the proper. Please, guys, please. Disrespect our people over here. I was actually in the church singing trust and believe. It felt like a church. But yeah, like that thing of like doing, like then his songs went more like the way people are with you. So you had to find something that was more like relatable. And then I think that's, because you go, it's normally the come up album and everyone's like, yo, we're buying into it. Second one, they still maybe they understand their roots. Then they too rich to do the thing. And then they have to come back and do something that's more like connecting with people also.
Yeah.
So my last one was subject matter / range.
Yo.
Like, yeah. So which comedian would have like the greatest range and ability and stuff like that? So
Shit.
when you turn on the show, like, okay, you didn't speak about that before. That's actually kakwa. Yeah.
That's that's a hectic one. So firstly,
I felt
so
that.
the thing is, again, as a comedian, I know and watch a lot of comedy. So there's a lot of people that's constantly doing a lot of different things. And also, comedy is subjective. This is the other thing people don't understand. They go, oh no, he's cuck. And I go, no, like, yo, Trevor left the Daily Show.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that, yeah.
Then people were like, oh, he left because he failed. And I go, the man is earning 100 million a year. I want to fail like this.
Like that.
Now if I fail, I must do grade 8 4 times. No, guys, failing is not 100 million a year. Calm down. Also, that thing of going, maybe he's cuck for you. But comedy, like some people can like Mr. Bean, somebody can like Leon Schuster, some people can like Dave Chappelle, and you're allowed to like all of that. So for me, when I talk about these things of like who I like as a subject, I don't know if you know Jim Gaffigan.
I do.
I don't.
You must go watch him. Very basic. The man is a simple idea. Also, actually, no, I'm going to take it back. Mitch Hedberg.
Don't know that either. I might.
As a Sasa collector, it's very difficult to talk to the youth. I'm going to tell you now, guys. So he also just speaks about the normalness of the world and like the things he sees in the stuff. Like Seinfeld. Seinfeld's actually a good one as example also. The Seinfeld show is about nothing.
Okay.
Like the content was just him living and the small things, like he would argue about the door handle and then you go, I understand the door handle. I also find the pain with the door handle. Small stuff like that. I like people that tell niche stories.
Yeah.
Like this Jokoi. Jokoi is weird because he's like...
He's either that almost like... don't say offensive things. Asian looking person?
He's a Asian... Filipino comedian, right?
Yes.
But it's wild because he's Filipino, but he's rich. And the things he says, it's like Russell Peters where you go, colored people act like that. Brown mommies act like that.
Yeah.
Brown fathers act like that. So you go, so Joko is one of them where he speaks about things that like probably like 60% of the world can relate to, but he speaks of it as his own experience.
Love it.
Yeah.
And I go, that I also like, where it's a simple thing. And then Jim Gaffigan is someone who will speak about hot dogs. Then you go, yo, that's also very funny and everybody can understand. But it's again, the thing of comedy, you must find your thing that you like. Not everybody can like everything.
But even just listening to you talk about it, like so nuanced and so detailed in your approach, like it just shows like you really like the craft, man. Like you like the end.
Every part of comedy is my favorite thing. From promoting the shows to putting on good shows to doing the actual thing to writing the thing to performing it, and also you don't know how it's gonna be until you stand on stage. Like I can have jokes, I can have my whole set, right, and I can do shows 5 nights in a row. But every night will be different because my energy is different. Yeah. The way the crowd reacts to me is different. The crowd is different. The energy in the room. Because if you perform after the book or lose, it's not a good night.
Yeah.
It's not a good night for anybody. It's the worst night to do it. Then you go these nights when Stormers win. Now we're in. Now you think it's going to be good. But everybody's too safe. How is it? You're on the other end of good. Those things. And then you're like, there's also nights where you go, it's the day before, like say the 24th, before anybody has any money. That's a hard night of comedy.
Okay.
And they just,
The salty cracks of fume.
why did you come out to the show? Stay home.
It's on their last Mari biscuits.
Because we were like,
You know when they're sharing a savannah with a straw and they just, it's your turn to drink. Now it's your turn. Now we can have water. Just add the water to the drink. Add the water to the Coke. We must be more Coke when you, It's all, so those things where you go, sometimes
and
it's just,
the first person that actually like gave like insight to that whole build up in the show it's Alfred Adrian.
oh, Alf. No.
So he like showed us like and it was so great to see him like get to this point where he did the lyric theater. It's something he wanted to do, and then he took the same show and did it in Mitchell's Plain. Oh, it's a similar show, and then like just to see him take that and do it there, it just makes you like it's so important for me to have this sort of like tangible like person showing you this is
Representation
how it
matters.
can be
it's
done.
a proper matters.
And,
Just
like,
saying that thing is
and I mean, he does
real.
it. I don't know Alfred at all. I'm sitting in my corner here in Cape Town, but even I'm inspired by something like that. And I mean, if that had an effect on me as a 27-year-old, I can only imagine how it can be for someone that is 14.
Also in the field that wants to do comedy, you go, oh shit, if he can do it, I can do it. So Alfie and I, we close with Brasse, and also it's wild that in the last like 3 years he's had this major come up. But like I've seen him grind all these other years, and I go, we all just grinding our own thing. So when I see him, I tell him for him because I go, the man works ridiculously hard. Like you guys know how long it takes to put together a video that goes online.
Yeah.
This man is doing it like 4 times a day. And I go, you just. Guys, I forgot to come here. I'm going to tell you now. I was meant to be here 2 weeks ago. Forgot to come here. We want to talk about work ethics.
Say nothing.
So the thing of like, and to see Alfie like come up and people come through to support him, I go, that's like, I can't be mad. I can't be jealous for the bra because I go, that's his lane. I also, like we spoke earlier of tawakkul, right? Tawakkul is it's a phrase in Islam where you go, it's written. Like God has put it there for you. I go, I can't be mad for him because God did for me what's for me and what's for him. I'm so happy that he's getting his thing. Also because if he wins, I win.
Yes,
in some way, as an industry, we win. I go, as a people, we win. As a community, we win. We go, now we see him and we go, his representation. I'm gonna kick him whether I like his comedy or not. I'm gonna go through to the shows. That's what happens. And you go, because he's won, the next one gets it easier. The next one gets it, like Riyad Musa had to do it. David Cow had to do it. All of them had to do it first so that it's easier for me to do it. And then as we go down the line, it gets bigger and everybody gets through to the thing. So by all means, that's why I came through to you guys because I go, you guys are working. I want to be a part of this because I go, when you guys are there, I want to be.
So we can look back. We like to thank our mentor, the time drainage.
We're going to play this clip in slow-mo in black and white. You know those things. Will you remember me? Say you. I'm ready for the slow-mo. I'm stopping in slow-mo. Play this slow-mo now.
Get it together. Have it together.
I can't wait till one of us die first. I'm supposed to picture in black and white. The curse of writing rest in peace. It was a good podcast. Hey, inai lewa, inai roshi, Allah says we return.
Man's quoting scripture, my bro.
So this actually I speak like this now because, like, you know, you grow up and you go. We are taught that don't be kham, right? Don't be too Muslim also. You must still be accepted in your spaces. You can't be too much of this.
Yeah.
Now with comedy coming up for me, comedy put me in a space where I go, I'm proud to be Muslim. I'm proud to be colored. Like I can, as someone who grew up, I'll say Sturvy, I can go to like Mitchell's Plain and have like because I go, these are colored people is colored people across the country. Colored is colored, no matter who you are. If I say you did eye in your pants, you know what that means. And those are things where I just go, it's like, now even like as a Muslim, I go, I speak as a Muslim because I am Muslim. I must embrace these things. Also, I say the words and I go, now someone goes, what does that mean? Let me go learn. Now that you read the line, you go, yo, that's legit. Now I go, I'm doing dawah. Yo, 2 more Muslims in the bag, guys. That's what I'm here to do. And I also feel like a lot of the times we speak about like religion as old people things. And you go, yo, we brasa, we people living in the same thing. And I'm not like religious, but I like to believe. And I go, yo, Allah will kick me when he must. The man will come through.
But that's also a journey, I guess.
It's a problem.
Like it's almost like in my experience. You did I say something?
No. I'm processing the madness.
So like we spoke about this before. Like when you born, like your religion's like given to you kind of by the family. You following this, and then you're almost like trying to figure out: is this for me? Is this something I want to do? And it's almost if you are someone that does then practice it.
You also have to figure it out in silence. You can't question. Like, yo, mom, is this for me? Yeah. Go to church. Yeah, it's Juma. Go now. Anyway, carry on.
And then, but that's what then it's like this journey. And then if you are that way inclined, you then almost find your way back or find a place where you are.
Yes, it's your place.
It's your place. Sorry, your place in that space. And what I find and what I've experienced, it then makes the faith stronger. Because all of a sudden you are invested in it. It's not something that you've been said, okay, this is what you must do.
It's your own relationship with God that you start forming. But you also become like, so that the whole line of tawakkul, it means it's written, right? It's in God's hands, right? So I go, these things I can't stress about because God is going to take care of it. So for me, for my anxiety, I go, it's made me so much calmer as a person because I go, why must I stress? Because sometimes you stress, you go, what if the people don't like me? What if this doesn't happen? What if I get there and then they're not there? Or the gate is open and the dog is going to chase me? You worry about all these things as people. That's what I thought when I got here, by the way. When you visit strangers, you go, I don't know if they have a dog. And then they go, oh no, he's not going to bite you. But and
we're still in the northern suburbs. So like now it's like giving you flashbacks.
It's beyond. Yo. The northern suburbs got that apartheid filter in the air. It's just, I can't describe it. And you are people of the northern suburbs, you know that also. It's just, it's got that red dust in the air, that filter. Anyway.
Disclaimer.
The views expressed.
It's my views. I chose the violence. Like the apartheid government chose the violence in the northern suburbs.
So the people behind the camera are actually from Namibia.
Oh.
They're actually Namibian. But yeah, they grew up here, I guess.
Did you grow up in the northern suburbs or in Namibia? Oh, so then you guys can side with us. Why must we play nice for them now?
I got the desired response. Don't hold back.
Yeah.
All of this is coming from because he has Tasbi's here on his class.
Hashtag never forget, guys. But everywhere you go, you must take the weather with you, or you can take Allah with you. Look at me, 2 more Muslims. We got 2 more Muslims. He's next. By December, we got this.
We're not trying to get subscribers. We're trying to get for Christmas.
Like and subscribe for Jan.
So good. Okay, so to transition back to the comedy, just to sort of like transition nice into A and B block, whatever, is what do you think is the future of comedy? Like, where would you like to see? Like, what nonsense would you like us to catch on as comedians, as content creators?
So for regard to live stand-up comedy, right? I go, we have a people who don't know that this is possible. I would like aunties and uncles to start doing stand-up. Because they are the best roasters, the best storytellers, and they will get you fucked up. You know that auntie that sit... Well, the auntie. That, when you walk in, that auntie that roasts you, no matter what you got or who you are... That I want that auntie to do stand-up. I would like to see, so I run stand-up gigs, right? And my motto is someone has given me an opportunity to do stand-up. It's almost my job to give these opportunities to others. That's why I come up and I stand and I talk to everybody. So I go, I did it, you can do it also. My world is not far from me, we'll do the thing. I've made a whole career. I made a whole career out of just telling jokes. Our people must learn that it's also a possibility. Also in times where Not everybody can study. Not everybody can do the thing. That's why I love Coloured TikTok. Yo, Coloured TikTok has my heart, you. Anyway, because the thing of we have.
Is Coloured TikTok old enough for you to be feeling this way?
Yes, I must. Coloured TikTok.
Do you have consent?
Take me. No, because
girly.
Okay, if you must do coloured pickup lines will move on the TikTok.
Oh, that's all big.
You guys, okay, we're gonna do that afterwards. We're gonna go.
So just before you get back, that's actually one thing that we were saying, that we want this to be like a platform where our throwaway line inspires someone to do like a whole thing.
We're doing coloured pickup lines. That's the Swiss mission. Do it this with your coloured pickup line. Because that's what
It's long enough.
You work for the producer. Anyway, yes, the future of comedy for our people.
I would like to see a circuit where it's just women performing for just women, but it's like coloured women performing for just coloured women, and they go around the shows just for them, where they control the content and who comes to the shows and what's said. And I go, that's the outlet that must be. Then you exactly
sponsored by Auntie Pat. The good part.
Sponsored by Amira Scarves. But I mean, how just would that be? I want to watch that show already. Those are the opportunities that I go, it's part of my career is to make the spaces and stages for other people.
They're not a monolith, man. Some people are swole coast energy.
Then some are just, I put it on for my uncle, so when I walk in. Everybody's voice must be heard. Those spaces must be seen.
Tips on how to perfect your biryani and your acne.
And also tips on how to almost poison your husband. Don't act like aunties don't want to do this, guys. Come on now. We've all been angry. We've seen our mommies talk to our fathers and go,
that fricadelle don't taste liquor when the mommy's angry.
Your mommy wasn't that. She tried to make that food cook for you. She knew this fucking light.
Sorry. Continue.
So that's in my life's mission. It would be to make platforms for others to proceed. So I go there. I want to go be the first to do the things because the people that after me must come through thriving. They must learn from my steps, my missteps, and they must come through for the stuff. So in the plans for the future, I want to do everything and anything. But I want people to come after me. That's the thing.
Same.
We're here for the haters.
I love the trolls.
So Yaaseen, on the show we play this game called Say My Now, right? It's a scenario based game.
Say My Now is colored for hypothetically speaking.
Yes, please.
Okay. Hypothetically speaking, should this happen?
Okay.
What would the world be like? So I'm gonna read you a scenario and then you can just give us a take on that. Right? Say My Now. Mary Poppins was a colored auntie. What would the sound of music be?
That's two different movies.
I was about to say now, you know when you buy children's movies in Belfort.
Primary school musical.
Now you're watching Fast and the Furious and Thomas the Tank Engine just going in on the Sound of Music and
Mary Poppins is a color. It's almost the same person, just it's different movies.
Is it the same person?
Julie Andrews is the same person.
Okay, yeah.
Yo, goodness me. I was gonna make fun of the Princess of Genovia.
The people were running from the Nazis. Also, there's a part in Sound of Music that's dodgy.
It's true. It's
legit.
not lying.
They were running from the Nazis.
But it was in Austria.
Yeah, but also...
I've watched the movie like too many times, so I know this. And I know all the songs. Don't at me.
At me fucked up, guys. I love the Sound of Music. Musicals. You will catch me in the musical division. Hamilton. You guys watch Hamilton?
Like live?
No, the actual show.
Because
that's art, guys. That's 100% perfect art. Anyway, that's another... Ooh, guys, you must live your life, man. If you like stuff, you must say you like this stuff. Don't at me.
That's funny because no one can respond, man. But he's talking to you.
Yes.
He's talking to you.
Also, you said Say My Now. You said it so smooth. It sounded like Destiny's Child.
He's saying My Now is the best, man.
Say my now, say my now.
Wait, what is the actual question?
Sound of Music.
What is the question?
So let's take the second part. if a colored auntie was in,
Was a Mary Poppins.
what would the Sound of Music
So
be?
firstly, I would not like an auntie to be popping stuff because I feel like she's gonna pop drugs and pop E's and pop mollies for the lighties. No. A spoonful of
Sugar?
it's not sugar.
Hello.
It's hello.
Oh, buku. Oh, black seed. Kaluji oil. One more. What's it? Juxamur?
Oh. Also, can I just say, no one know what Jigsamori is. But they slucking the thing. And they go, oh, but now we do hemp oil. Hemp oil is the new Jigsamori. All the aunties are dikker every time I see this. I tell you now. But at least we know what is in hemp oil. You don't know what's in Jigsamori.
Yeah.
And also, it's a spoonful of make some medicine go down. That's it's the silence.
Yeah.
Wait, quickly, did you also like Chamberlains back in the day?
The triple kiss.
Oh, wait.
Nah, my mommy was a Scots emulsion.
Oh, no, we didn't. Yo, you guys
Yeah,
are
that was
money.
very nice.
Yeah,
We got strictly
money.
castor oil. It didn't taste like orange. It was just strictly castor oil.
Yo, I saw having Throwback Thursday.
Oh,
over here.
yeah. Throwed back Thursday.
Yeah. Mamok Mondays. That's the next one. Sorry, guys.
What would the song be? This is the best Say My Now segment ever.
It's just it's a spoonful of oil big makes the medicine go down. That's I think the main thing that also
Sorry, yes.
but it's not they don't say you big, they just it's the silent part you must know. As a child of a brown mother, the silence is louder than the pain. You know when you drive up and you go, they're gonna move me, they're gonna move me. And you get them and they go, they're gonna move me. They go, when they're gonna move me? What's gonna happen? You go to your room, you wake up and they're nice.
Yeah.
Oh, then
Or they hit you with your daddy's coming home at 5 o'clock.
Oh. And I know my daddy doesn't talk to me already, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but it sounds like he's gonna move me.
Like and subscribe to Find the Bed. I was thinking instead of do re mi, don't face me.
What's that Sound of Music? That Sound of Music. Yeah,
that's how the music. Like it to actually be
You're not
liquor.
going to hit it with a sybil or something.
I'm so sad and lonely.
The hills are alive with the sound of yacht.
We will actually disrespectfully do that. Like our people will disrespectfully just make a Sound of Music parody. I'm surprised.
So to DJ Cello, if you're listening to this, we need a yacht remix of the Sound of Music. Kanala come through. Also, shout out to DJ Cello because Adele dropped a song and within 2 hours the man had a remix.
He understands the assignment.
Like as a team, we know our place. Then I was like, I got this one.
It's a monument to the culture.
The Capan America. That's his.
Do you have an entry
title.
for this? Sorry, sir. Do you have an entry for this?
Temple Boys.
It's always Temple Boys.
Always Temple
But
Boys.
again, why I love Coloured TikTok because I go, yo, we hearing colored music being played in colored jewels. It's our time, and you go, even Brasa that's making something in the room. Like you guys, you get to see thousands of people get to see you because of TikTok is the voice. Anyway, go through.
Okay.
Are you okay there, Rizan?
What?
I
I have no more energy, man.
And the winner of the Oscar is, it sounded like you had that moment.
Yeah, he is like,
Christopher!
Moonlight.
Say, man, now, you could live in one season. What season would you choose? So not all countries have all 4 seasons. Just like Finland, Hartibop.
What does Finland have? Just winter.
It's just dark, just cold, shame.
Yo, to live in a season. That's So you see, in my mind, I'm going, is it what spice? And then I was like, no, that's the other season. Don't worry about those seasonings. I think
what is making a that TikTok of EB English then?
Yeah.
Masala.
You know, yo, when I saw that, I was like, I would have told that lady one time, your pools. If you want to say masala, sorry guys, I was swearing. It's just words, man. Yo, what season would I live in? I think summer. A grand summer.
Yeah. Especially if there's a beach around, then fine.
So I
Long
only
nights,
this year was
long
the,
days,
this was the only year, this year I started going to the beach. Like every Saturday morning, I'm in fucking cold water. The whole year I've been swimming. Boo. But summer, I'm freaking excited for summer now. I'm not a Clifton Lighty. I realized as a child I was not cool enough to be at Clifton. Let's say the truth.
We are the Clifton boys. Front horses, unemployed.
Yes.
Very much the truth. Unemployed boys. Unemployed boys.
I like that.
Were you a Clifton boy?
I don't even like the beach.
Now
I
the
mean,
butts.
look, to be
The
fair,
butts.
no, don't. Yeah.
Are you voice of that move?
Yeah.
That's how you know you at the butts. It's silky boxes. You know the move.
I look at my skin and I can swim.
Then you go, yo, we must unlock this diver
I
over here.
stand in the pool. I stand in the pool.
Someone lift the floater. No, jokes.
Exactly. I don't subscribe to the I normally like spring because I don't have sinus
Nah, my
problems.
PG-13.
So I can
handle.
deal. I don't have sinus problems. I don't get like the hay fever and stuff like that.
When they were giving out gifts in heaven before you born, then you must choose what you want. Feel like you went for like, oh no, I'm gonna not have sinus problems. But then when you stood in that line, you missed the line for
How to swim.
no, for the melanin. Oh no, he was in the long line for melanin actually. He didn't go for the sinus. Jokes, guys, jokes.
I missed the line for the stay alive.
What's happening? Sinus.
Borderline offensive, but I'll take it. I would say autumn.
Fall on your back. Because it's full.
Okay, I get it. I do get it. Because I'm impartial to
Watching things die. Like the leaves. That's what, guys? It was a nature thing. It wasn't a dark story. That's what autumn is. You guys know that autumn is like a mass murder of trees. We're just walking.
Yes.
Now we're walking on the dead bodies of the leaves. Wearing orange. The fuck? Because if you wear orange other than autumn, you just either look like VLC or the Oros man. You must decide. So.
BLC.
What? Have you seen?
No, yeah.
I only chose violence and the truth. Those are the two things I'm bringing to the.
It's just that like you thinking about stuff and none of us like you didn't think that's.
I'm sorry.
That's good. Jean Pierre.
Are you not going to give Yaaseen the opportunity?
Oh no,
No,
I'm a summer boy. That's my move.
So yeah, I'm also a summer guy.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Summer boys. So, do you mind indulging us?
What? Simmer now. That's the song music you guys must use now, please, every time. The Matrix was real. What would that entail?
Sure.
So,
Like a Red Bull Blue.
who wrote this first? This is you. Who did Paul? Did you? Who wrote
I
this?
mustn't know. It was me.
So, and you in the education department. Is that?
He's gonna expose.
I knew it.
Okay. Because you have two sentences on that page, guys. It says the Matrix was real? ? So you're going, the Matrix was real? Like what? Then it was, what would it entail? But the first one is the Matrix was real? Like it's a question. We know it wasn't real. You can just say the Matrix is real. Why is there a question mark there? I worry about the future of the education system in this country, guys. The Matrix being real.
Zoom in on that face there, right there. For our audio listeners.
It's question mark. I don't worry about the handwriting. I worry about the damn question mark. The Matrix was real. What would it entail?
What would it entail? We don't want a whole bunch of certain people to be.
Oh, like imagine you could flip and like you can dodge bullets in real life.
Oh, are you the Matrix? Are you Neo?
I thought you were talking about the scenario. Like you could only go red pill or blue pill. Oh, you're talking about just...
hypothetical.
Yo. But the
And
thing
also
is,
the problem is that you didn't hit us with a same now.
okay, say me now.
The Matrix was. Oh, you want to
Say man, okay. Say man now, the Matrix was real? It's a question mark. Say man now, what would it entail? Question mark.
Yo, wearing that black coat every day, boy. You
Just
sweating
and
under there,
he's also
boy.
summer also. Yeah. You see the Matrix.
Yeah.
But am I? So now, because if we're going with hypotheticals, I need to know all the
Go
divisions, right?
Techie.
Am I the only one that understands the Matrix is real, or is everybody else also understands the Matrix was real? Am I Neo, as in I'm the only one living in this space? Because I want to have powers for myself. I don't want everybody to have powers. Imagine you, Superman, and you live on Krypton. Then you just man.
Yeah.
So I want to be, because Superman is Superman because he's on Earth.
Yeah.
Neo, I want to be
Okay.
Neo because I want to be the only one with the powers. That's my thing. Am I the only one with the powers?
Okay, wait to clear. So you basically found like a fundamental flaw in the question, basically. Because isn't the Matrix the world, but it's fake,
Yes.
and because it's fake, anything is possible.
Yes.
But we don't know that anything is possible.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but am I the only one that's figuring out it's not real? Also, you took the red pill and the blue pill. No, wait. We're going in now. We're asking all the questions. We're going now. You took the red pill or the blue pill?
Can I just...
Guys, Neo took the red pill.
Yes.
Because that made his life easy. Because if he took the blue pill, it would make things hard.
I knew it!
Sorry, guys, I have jokes.
I knew it.
I have jokes will come. That's but yeah, I think if I had, I'd be a nice guys. I would be a villain. If I had powers, I'd be a villain. Fuck, I must save the world.
Was this so difficult? Like, just to like answer the question like this, why did you have to like demolish
I
myself?
have to. That's all I'm here for.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I would be a villain, but also I wouldn't be like a bad
Like an
villain.
agent.
No, I'd be a bad guy, not a villain. There's a difference. So like Harley Quinn, it just is for her own thing. Like she wants craziness for her own world. She does everything for herself. The Joker, they want villain. They want everything. I just want from my own, like I just want my house to be paid.
The stupid orders is creeping up on
me,
you.
guys. I don't want the whole world. The whole world is a lot to manage. Come on, guys. I have 2 cats and I struggle to put them in the fucking same room in the same time. I just want my own things. Neo, but for myself. Imagine you could just swipe and it's yours. You don't worry about that beep, beep, beep that come through on the phone. That's the kind of power I want in the world.
That's the Matrix you want to unlock.
Yeah, that is just my Matrix. I don't care about anybody else.
Nobody else.
I don't want to see anybody burn. They must work on themselves. Me, I just, I got my own goodness. That's the kind of Neo I'll be. A seinige naai.
Oh, we doing the last one.
Let's do the
Do
last
we have
one.
time? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going on.
It's
a
also
lot.
your
I'm saying a lot.
handwriting, so I don't want you to have this experience again.
Oh, wait, please, man. I feel like I've been bullied here on set.
Say now, we could live in the sky, water, or forest. Where would you live? So sky,
Live
water.
in the sky.
Yeah, I can just pop
The way you said that, the first thing I thought of was the Eostis. I don't know why. Then I was just, Eostis is just a gachi in the sky. That's what it is. Okay, down, Joburg. You just say, calm down, lift.
Any of the box.
If we could live in the air, what's it?
Water,
in the
or forest.
Or in the forest.
Like,
Which
say they
one?
build cities in the sky or cities underwater, so we could like breathe underwater. Hashtag Atlantis.
Did you write this?
You leave me alone. Leave me.
Why do yours get all the questions?
Because it sounds like it's geroek. This is, I've met a lot of people that do a lot of dacha, and this question goes,
Say my name. Say my name.
say man now.
We could live in the sky.
In the sky. Just imagine in the sky. You see the sky. Imagine we live in the sky. Bruh. Now would you live in the ocean or the forest or the sky? That's what happened in my mind when you said in the sky.
In the sky.
In the sky. That's it. I actually would live in the forest. because there's more boom there. Don't do drugs, guys.
Excellent
Jokes.
Excellent
Don't do
segue.
that. But I would live in the forest simply because it's a mix of because for the forest is the middle for the two. So it means I can do gigs in the sky and I can do gigs in the ocean and in the forest, guys. Live sustainable lives.
Check me, do you have like
Because here's the thing, even in my dreams, I'm a comedian. That's,
Yeah,
you guys
exactly
need to
what I'm
understand.
saying.
Like,
Yeah,
if I'm gonna be Neo, I'm still gonna be a comedian. Whatever I'm gonna do, I'm living my best life. Like I love my job.
You.
So when I see people, I go, I hope you find a job that you love as much as I love my job. Because I go, I don't want you to do comedy and love it like I do. Love whatever you do like I love mine. Anyway, carry on. Sorry to get.
I would
that one.
choose the water. I think it would be great to be like an Atlantis city at the bottom. But
But I want to live in Atlantis. In his dream, he's gonna live in Atlantis. Yo!
People of Atlantis, Mark. Disclaimer.
Yo, go to Langaban once. Now I want to live in Atlantis. Sorry, guys.
Because
yes.
to be fair, like we only explored like what 5% or something of the ocean or something like
Yes.
that. So I do like
so there's more.
Did that Jar Jar Binks also live in the ocean?
yes, actually yes.
Yes. Yeah, his people were underwater.
I wasn't ready to hear Jar Jar
Because
Binks.
I know in his mind, I go, yeah, I'm going to live like Aquaman. I go, nah, but you're going to look like Jar Jar Binks in your dream.
Get out of it.
I appreciate
I wanna-
that he's roasting you now.
Be in the ideal scenario.
So I obviously won't want to live in water because I
Yes.
don't want to go to the beach for obvious reasons. I wasn't in that line. And also like I think I would want to live in the sky. Yeah, then I'll just like fly with air currents and stuff like that. That would be interesting.
But you see also the sky, if you step mist. It's late. It's dead.
We're assuming that people underwater can swim and breathe there. People of the forest, they will have access to a lot of stuff, and sky people can fly.
Oh, can we fly in these places? Then I'm also going with the sky.
Because it's a full hypothetical.
Okay, if you're going, then I want to fly. Because I go, it must be just to fly in it.
Exactly.
Sometimes, again, guys, I don't do dacha. I'm telling you now. But sometimes I watch a birds and then I go, yo, it must be just to fly. Just to like, yo, like you do nothing. Also, you can just do nothing and just make so. Sometimes I sit in traffic. Also, actually, it's traffic. When you sit in traffic, you watch everybody and you think of everybody else's lives and you go, how is that lane going faster than my lane? But if I go into that lane, then it's going to be slow.
Yeah.
Then I see a bird going and I go, yo, you can just make so.
Glide.
Then I'm home.
You just glide.
Just so.
My ideal mode of transportation would be instant transmission. Imagine how way I might just appear there, man.
That actually would be the
That's
thing. That's actually
the ideal.
that's the ideal superpower. It's either instant transmission or the ability to stop time. That's my two things I would like to do. Because you stop time, then I can again control. I like control. I wanted to have the whole thing. Because I go instant
So now
transmission.
why are you not controlling the debit orders?
What? What the flip?
Make Atlantis jokes once now. I will instant transmission into a bank, take the money, and then out. That's sort of thing I want to do. I don't want to. Yeah. No.
This actually started with him as his villain origin story, and now he's giving off actual villain energy.
Yeah, guys, I'm a villain. No, I'm not a villain. I'm a bad guy. There's a difference. A bad guy is
He's
just
an anti-hero.
a bad guy is not a bad person. He's just a bad guy. But the villain is a bad person. A villain wants to see the world burn. But the bad guy is just, I do bad things so that I can be a better person.
What? Did
That's
you
it.
pause hello jokes?
Yes. Did I pause hello?
Jokes. Sorry, I don't mean that. That was rude of me. Because it's like you blurring the lines with good and bad. Yeah.
It is though. It's like they are people who, it's like Robin Hood.
Okay.
Was Robin Hood a bad person?
Okay, face. Okay.
He was committing a
He
crime.
paused hello.
Me, I got logic. Oh, I did maths higher grade. At low standard grade though. But the thing is, Robin Hood was a good person to bad people, was a bad person to bad people and a good person to good people.
Yeah.
I feel like we can do that.
Yes.
Like if I was to rob, let's say Jeff Bezos, you guys would not see me as a criminal, would you?
Yeah.
Say no.
I mean,
As long as you share.
That's the big one. That's the big one.
If people
Are
have-
you gonna be a net positive?
Yeah.
Or you gonna be a net positive? Or you just gonna steal for
Take
yourself?
That's the thing I want to steal for everybody. Me, I'm coming back and giving back to the land. You guys heard my message.
Okay.
Also, you're the accountant. You can steal. You can cook the books there or something.
No, you know, the way the ethics board works.
You guys can't. If you guys are listening to the podcast, his face is deflect. He's there right now, and the questions are the bullets. Zoop, zoop. The man is dodging like he's in. I was gonna make again a Dockside reference, and I'm like, you guys are too young to understand Dockside.
It's now your song.
Yo, do you guys know who's the DJ's Faithless? They have a song called God is a DJ. And it's a very fitting for Dockside that became a church. Again, you guys don't know the music reference.
So yeah, see, this has been great. But one thing we like, and I think this is actually a great way to end it, because you were speaking about when you were younger, you were quite an introvert into yourself. So what about your life now? Could you like give us a little piece of advice for that younger Yaaseen?
It would just be make your stuff for yourself. Like your nice things that you like, make it for yourself. Keep making for yourself. Your people will find you, your tribe will find you. Like you guys, you made this thing, you just put it out there just a little bit. There are people that like that thing. There are people that will find you. It might not be the people around you, but there are people in the world that think and like how you think. Just keep making for yourself. The world will find you when you're right. Also, again, trust and believe.
Lovely.
No, because the thing of it's just for me, like your timing, you will. God's timing is perfect. I know I'm not trying to be like spiritual. Actually, I am. It's fucking. We own these things. But the thing of you will be ready when the time comes. Like sometimes you see Brasa get stuff and you go, yo, I want that. But you go, yo, your time, you will be ready to get your things when you must get it. Like just wait your time out, but keep working. The main thing is just to make for yourself. When you're ready for it, you'll catch it.
So is there anything that you need to plug, promote, or please anything?
Guys, I'm load shedding later. I'm plugging in all my stuff here. I'm charging my phone before I go home. When you talk about the plug, I'm here for electricity.
Where can the people find you? Where must they come and watch you?
Myself and Sami Arif, we have a show at the Few God Theatre at the end of October. I don't know when this podcast goes out. Anyway, we had to plug those things. Come through. So it's the show that's made up on the spot. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to speak to the people. We're making up things like this happens here. We just need to talk nonsense and have fun with the men. So we have prizes and good because I like to give out stuff. But yeah, find me on the socials. You can follow me on the Path of Islam.
Yes, please. On that note.
Guys, I'm tagged in everything. My handle will be here, man. I'm going to tell you where to find it.
If you enjoyed all the shenanigans, the tomfoolery, the horsing around, and want to see more of us, JP, Rizan, and maybe even Yaaseen.
It's horsing around. Please, guys, respect the colored. We are horsing around.
Please do like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to see more. Because we out. Peace.
I go good belly button. We out.